Good morning, and thank you for joining me to hear more about top destinations to travel to in 2020 and 2021. Now, I know that no matter whereabouts you are in Australia or New Zealand right now, you are in lockdown, so it is a good time to think about where we want to go once these lockdowns are lifted. My name is Noelle Ross, and I'm your host today. Nice to meet you all, and we've got a great attendance, so thank you so much for joining me. Now, before we do get started, if you have a pen and paper handy, please take note of our reservations number at the bottom of your screen and along with our website. Don't forget also to download your customizable flyers and also any of the other helpful handouts that we have listed. Now, if you do have any questions throughout this presentation, please put them in the question box below, and I'll provide you all with an answer at the end of the presentation. If you do also need our reservations team to give you a call, if you're not able to download handouts, or if you do have any additional questions as well, then you can also pop that into the little chat, or you can also just call the 1300 938 534, and our team are more than happy to help you. We are still working, we are all working from home, but we are fully set up as we normally would be in our busy office. Now, who are we? So Amtrak Vacations and Railbookers, we are trains. So, but really, who are we? Yankee Leisure Group. It's very American, as you can see. It was first found, well, the first brand was actually established 47 years ago in 1972. In 2007, Yankee Leisure Group was formed as we were managing multiple brands. So today in Australia, we have two distinct brands, Amtrak Vacations and Railbookers. And because of that, we've had some good fortune. Every year has been our best year yet, except for obviously 2020 is there's a bit of a hold on travel. Our 2020 sales were experiencing double-digit growth, so it means that people are looking at doing trains, and they're looking at doing trains now more than ever. What do they say? It's trains before planes. We also need to remember that trains were around a lot longer than any other mode of transportation, so we will be here at the end of it. And that is why our phones are still ringing and people are still looking, and at least just looking at what destinations they can possibly travel to once these lockdowns are lifted and once those planes are flying again, because let's admit it, we need those planes in order to fly to these destinations. So just 8 years ago, Yankee Leisure Group was based solely in the Boston area, but over those 8 years, we have grown to many different offices. We have an office in Southern California, Boston, London, Sydney, and also Toronto. We'll have a look at those very soon. But call us on 1300 938 534, and we are more than happy to get a complimentary brochure in the post to you. We have an Amtrak Vacations brochure, which is Amtrak throughout America. We have our Via Rail Vacations brochure, which is Via Rail through Canada, and our Railbookers brochure actually encompasses around the whole world. So in our Railbookers brochure, we've also got America, we've got Amtrak Vacations, we've got the Via Rail Vacations, all into that Railbookers brochure. We're more than happy to send out all copies to you. It is free. So let's have a look at why travellers love Railbookers. Well, the good thing about us being in Australia is you can pay in Australian dollars. We also have our maximum flexibility offer, which we will cover off very soon, and it's all to do with our booking policies, because we are an FIT, fully independent travel company, and if we can be flexible in building those itineraries, we are also able to be flexible in our booking policies as well. We are here to help you go on your journeys. With us, you can also book 24 months in advance. So that's actually great for anyone who's looking at combining it with river cruises or cruise, or just also just really piecing out their travel well and truly in advance, sometimes even before air is released. So the further out you book, generally the more accommodation choices you will have, and it could also generally be at a cheaper rate as well because you're booking so far in advance. Prices end up increasing the closer to the time because of availability. So that's where the booking 24 months in advance really comes in super handy. Our average hold time is 3 seconds. So when you call 1300 938 534, it's only 3 seconds to get through to a consultant. We are able to offer you some bucket list experiences. And if the train goes there, so do we. We have absolute freedom and flexibility when it comes to what you want to do, whether it be in America, Canada, around the world, anywhere, and also Europe. You can tell us if you want a morning departure, a midday departure, and we'll piece together that trip for you. So we give you absolute freedom and flexibility to do what you like and to travel the way you like. There is no doubt about it, the train is the most scenic way to travel. So I don't know about you, but the clouds pretty much look the same no matter whereabouts I am in the world. So it is a very scenic way to travel. It's a good way to travel as well, and we'll have a look at what it's like on board and how much extra legroom you can actually get. And the good thing about it is it's the scenic way to travel, and it's city to city as well. So not only do you pass through the cities and the outer suburbs, but then also out into the regions before hitting your next city again. There's also a lot of room to roam, which we will have a look at in some of these slides coming up very soon also. We can customize every itinerary. If you need to spend a certain amount of nights in a destination, we can make that happen. If you want to spend only a little time in a destination, we can also make that happen as well. So you do get 24-hour support from our global office. So we've got Laguna in California, we've got Toronto, Canada, we have Beverly in Massachusetts, so there's 3 over there in North America alone. We have London in the United Kingdom, and also Sydney, Australia, which is the office I work from. Now, out of all of these, you pretty much have 24-hour support from our global office. So if you are in Europe and you need assistance from Railbookers, and our Sydney office might be asleep at that time, then you'll be put straight through to our London office, who will be on that same time zone as you. Our maximum flexibility offer as well is pretty much we give you the maximum flexibility so you can choose where, what, when, and how long you want to travel. And anywhere the train goes, we do too. So this has also come into light because a lot of companies have had to change a lot of their booking policies. So this is also in conjunction with COVID, but for us to be able to do this as a rail company is also really, really good. Seeing we don't own the trains, it's the governments that own the trains, but they're allowing us to do this maximum flexibility offer as well, which is absolutely fabulous. So it's more like booking with peace of mind. If by any chance those planes aren't flying, then we can always push your trip back until those planes are flying again. So when you're looking at this map here, so do you see all the colours? Now those colourful lines each represent a different high-speed rail line in Europe, and not one of them talk to each other. So as us, Railbookers, as the rail expert operator, we know exactly where the trains go and the best routes to recommend. We can access the schedules and fares further out than anyone else. And if we look back on one of those other slides, 24 months in advance. So we can piece all of this together for you. We can also look at the Canada trains made easy as well. So that's also, this is all via rail, but all of these do connect, and we've got the systems that can pull all of that together. Some of these are also overnight trains as well, which is why a lot of people like to travel by via rail. So here are just some of those direct partnerships that we have. We've got the Trenitalia, Via Rail, Renfe, Deutsche Bahn, Eurostar. So all of the high-speed rail networks we have got direct partnerships with, and our systems can pull all of that together. So not just is it the trains that we have to offer, we are a one-stop booking experience for you, and this is an easy way for you just to call us and tell us what you want to do, what sites you want to see. Very easy even, we can piece it together. So like any vacation package you may have booked in the past, our packages include everything from the rail, transportation, hotel accommodation, sightseeing tours, transfers, and more. A very special bonus in booking with us is we can also offer you to skip the line. So we know that there's nothing less than lining up in the heat to try and get into a very popular tourist destination. You can book through us, and we can arrange to skip the line. So this is an added bonus here with Railbookers, and all you need to do is let us know, and we'll let you know what the options are there. So when we're looking at rail travel, here are just some fabulous examples as to what the trains in Europe specifically look like, as well as we've got the Via Rail, the Canada down on the bottom left hand. So before we do go into the itineraries, let's have a little look about what life is like on board these trains. So many of the European trains are similar in that they generally have a standard and a first class. Standard class is in the 2-2 configuration with outlets and at the seat. Now, first class provides more legroom and is a 2-by-1 configuration, providing a quieter experience as there are fewer people in the car. We also find that most tourists will travel in first class. So first class often also includes a light meal or snack as well. Now, most trains in Europe run punctually and very often. And with Railbookers, our rail experts suggest the best routes and times that we can fit within your itinerary. We also always include seat reservations where possible, guaranteeing you a comfortable journey on board, especially if you're travelling with some companions. Now, luggage is usually stored above the seats, very similar to an airplane, or at the end of the car on the luggage racks. Now, there are no luggage restrictions on most trains. However, you are responsible for bringing your own luggage on and off the train. So really just bring what you can manage. The reason why I'm talking about luggage is that is definitely a frequently asked question. But you'll also need to make sure that it ties in very well with what your airline allowance is also. But just make sure that you can manage what you bring. One of my biggest recommendations is also that you can go and pop your luggage on, but carry everything in a day bag that you can store above you, so then you've got access to anything that you might need: electrical equipment, iPads, cords, maybe a diary, books. Just have that, so then you don't always then have to access your larger luggage. So many of the cafes include, many of the trains will include a cafe where snacks and light meals and beverages are also purchased on board. Now, the train stations in Europe have English translations, and so they're very easy to navigate. And also all stations have information desks ready to assist you with any questions that you may have whilst on your journey. I would also recommend probably about getting to the train station 45 minutes prior to checking in or to the departure. Gives you a bit of time then to go, and if you did want to buy any snacks to take on board, and also just gives you that peace of mind knowing that you are there and what platform to go to. We also look after your bucket list experiences. Now, beautiful Rocky Mountaineer, Gold Leaf Carriage, Venice Simplon Orient Express, the Golden Eagle, Blue Train, Via Rail Prestige. We have all those beautiful luxury trains also that our team are very equipped to be able to provide you additional information on. And the reason why is we know because we go. So when you're seeing this picture here, this is all, not all, this is our teams. Every year we go on these rail journeys so we can experience it firsthand, so that we've got that knowledge in order to share with you. So we've got some really popular itineraries that we're seeing coming out. Even though travel is definitely on the quieter end, we know that, we're actually still servicing our clients and our agents at a maximum capacity that we can. And we're seeing a bit of trends happening, and a few of the same destinations keep popping up on request. So this one, the Bergen Flam and Oslo, is really it's just to experience the pure sense of Norway on this scenic journey through the Oh, magical snow-capped mountains and historical towns. You'll be starting in cities, you'll be discovering small town charms, nautical history, and also friendly atmosphere. There's snow-capped mountains, dramatic waterfalls, and lush valleys all in this itinerary. And here are some of the most beautiful images of that itinerary also. We've also got our beautiful London and Paris. So really, when you're looking at this itinerary, we're looking at two exciting European capital cities that join together by train. And this is a 6-night journey by rail. So you can start in London, see the historical attractions such as the Tower of London, Big Ben, take a cruise along the River Thames perhaps, visit a wide range of museums and attractions. But then, and also on a hop on, hop off, but then jump on board the Eurostar, go under the English Channel and arrive in Paris and enjoy some amazing food, unique shopping experiences, the beautiful architecture, the Eiffel Tower. We can also provide a skip the line tour there with the summer access. So this is a 7 day, 3 nights in each destination. And I'll talk about customizing your trips again in a slide that will be coming up very soon. So what does it mean to customize a holiday? So that's actually a classic example, because you might want to spend more nights in London, you might want to spend less nights in Paris, you might want to spend less nights in London, more nights in Paris. You tell us how long you have to go for, how many nights you want to stay, and we can customize that for you. But what we can also do is we can join on different itineraries. These are suggested itineraries. So you can go from London to Paris. We can put you then on Paris to Barcelona. That though doesn't mean that it's going to be 6 nights in Paris, which is what these two slides would say, the first two images. It could be 3 nights London, 3 nights Paris, 3 nights Barcelona. So this is what it is to customize your itinerary. We're seeing a bit of a trend happening with Ireland as well, which is rather exciting. So the beautiful thing about Ireland is the treasures of the 3 Irish gems on this beautiful holiday, the Emerald Isle. Now, this is a beautiful destination to discover by rail. Now, from historic monuments in the capital city of Dublin to the natural beauty of the Ring of Kerry and also the cliffs of Moher. You can spend the 8 days exploring coastlines and the countryside, lakes, landmarks, and also the most comfortable train journeys between these destinations. We can add on nights, we can take off nights as well. We can customize these itineraries. This really makes me want to go back to Ireland. It's absolutely beautiful. Rockies, and this is the Discovery Eastbound. Now, this is a great itinerary because we all know about the Rocky Mountaineer. The Rocky Mountaineer is a fabulous product and something that we do have a lot of our clients joining. But what we also find is that a lot of people may not have the budget in order to do a Rocky Mountaineer, so they choose to do a Via Rail instead. And the product on board a Via Rail is absolutely fantastic. You can also spend overnight on board this train, which is something that in a comparison, that's something that the Rocky Mountaineer doesn't provide. And you'll see that that's spend 1 night between Vancouver and Jasper. And really that's at the time where you're not missing out on anything. So traveling overnight by train in that time, it actually also saves you a lot of time as well. Some people will also do Rocky Mountaineer one way and then they'll do the Via Rail back, so they get that overnight onboard experience. So pretty much you can just experience this gorgeous scenery and breathtaking landscapes of the gorgeous Canadian Rockies. And this goes from Vancouver to Calgary. You can see the beautiful views of Vancouver from hundreds of feet above the ground at the Vancouver Lookout. You can stroll among the charming cobblestone streets of Victoria and also enjoy a fantastic afternoon tea at Fairmont Empress Hotel. Absolutely beautiful gardens there. You can get up and close personal with massive glaciers during this interactive ride on the Ice Explorer. I absolutely love that. That is one of my most favourite excursions to do. It's really cool. And you can also see the beautiful treasures of Jasper. Absolutely gorgeous place. So is Banff. It's just, everything here is gorgeous. I also recommend a little trip over to Lake Louise, and if you can, stay at the Fairmont Chateau Lake. However, if you can't, then you can still go there for a beautiful photo opportunity. Just the lake is absolutely still and beautiful, and the gorgeous Fairmont there as well. And of course, Calgary, home of the famous Calgary Stampede. So these are some images here as to what the Via Rail trains look like also. Just such a good way to see Canada. And we've also got a fantastic Alaska journey as well. And this is something that we're seeing quite a number of people looking at doing, because it is that little bit out of the ordinary. So you can spend as many days or as little as you like, and it really depends on what adventure you're looking for in Alaska. But that Alaska Railroad, this picture here just says it all. The diversity, the beautiful scenery, the friendliness. This is truly a fantastic itinerary to look at doing. And here are some of the most gorgeous images here. Side note, I was planning on doing a trip to Alaska this year with Railbookers and experiencing this particular itinerary. So hopefully in the future I can then be speaking firsthand, because this is my #1 choice right now. So why take the train? So I think that there's two images here in which we can compare it to. We have on the left, we have your stock standard motor coach tour. On the right, we have two people enjoying a lovely meal, drinking a fantastic glass of red in a nice spacious seating. So I think this image kind of says why the train travel is so popular, why it always has been around, and it will be around for many years to come as well. So what destinations are you interested in? We've got quite the turnout today, so I'll try and get through a few of what answers you may be telling me. So what destinations are you interested in? Yes, I've got someone interested in Alaska. Me too. I think I've said that. So yeah, Alaska, absolutely fantastic. That Alaskan Railroad, oh, I can't wait. Yes, okay, yeah. So I've got someone here interested also in Via Rail, but the Via Rail that goes from coast to coast, which is from Vancouver all the way over to Toronto. You actually get to spend 3 nights on board that one. So feel free to give our reservations team a call, and they can talk you through that itinerary as well. That's fantastic, and that runs all year round. Okay, so just some client testimonials. Remember, we are a one-stop shop, so one phone call takes care of it all. We can put the itinerary together. If you need to change your plans, one phone call, we've got you covered. So feel free to visit us at railbookers.com.au. We've got the suggested itineraries there. And of course, they're teasing us right there as well with Alaska's jaw-dropping scenery, aren't they? Anyway, so feel free to log on to our website, have a look, start dreaming, start thinking about your next holiday, because I think that there's so much desire now to travel the world, even more so because we've had that taken away from us for a little while. And it's not that it's taken away from us for good, it's just, it means that we're not able to travel just yet. So now's the time to start planning. See if you've got any flight credits from maybe a trip that you're supposed to take, and we can help piece that together for you. Make sure you order a brochure, 1300 938 534, and we'll get those brochures in the post to you ASAP, and it is free of charge. So why, again, we've got Australian dollars, maximum flexibility. You can book us 24 months in advance. Our average hold time is 3 seconds. We have our bucket list experiences. You tell us what you want to do and we can get you there. If the train goes there, so do we. Freedom and flexibility, the most scenic way to travel. We've got the room to roam, and also all itineraries are customizable. So let's not forget our flexibility offer as well. So we can change anything that you have already booked with us or that you may intend on booking with us, because we don't know when those planes will be flying again and when all this will be lifted, so we can easily alter those dates for you. That's absolutely not a problem. We know that not everyone is ready yet, but a lot of people are looking. So when you're ready, we're ready. This is only some of our global team working from home. So we are all fully set up as though we would be in the office. And we are still here because rail travel is here. Now I'm actually buried amongst here, and let's see if you can spot me. I'm 1, 2, 3, 4 across, 1, 2, 3, 4 down. Actually, that's nice and easy. 4 across, 4 down, and you'll see me in a Wonder Woman outfit with my 3-year-old assistant, and she's in her Wonder Woman outfit as well. We've got to do what we've got to do working from home, don't we? So when you're ready, we're ready. This is us from our home office. So now I'll just talk a little bit about, we were the winner of the Rail Operator of the Year award last year. So I opened the office for Railbookers here in Australia in August 2018. And by the end of 2019, we won at the Australian Tourism Awards, the Travel Awards, we won Rail Operator of the Year, which is fantastic considering we had only been in operation in this country for 1 year. So that goes to show that what we do and how we service you as your clients and also your agents, we work with all agents. You can go to your travel agent and we're able to put that itinerary together for you. Remember, one call takes care of it all. We are the game changers in rail. Being able to book 24 months in advance is an absolute game changer. The majority of other operators, or if you were to go to the train lines direct, will release their tickets about 3 months ahead of travel. So we've got that peace of mind when you're already booked on and reserve seating where possible. So don't forget to download those handouts as well. So now I'm just going to pass it all over to you and see if there's any questions that you may have. So I've opened up my little chat here and I can see a couple of people typing away. Okay, yes, no, very good. So I've just had a question of, do you need to pay upfront for everything? Absolutely not, because we are putting together an itinerary for you. It's just a deposit. Now that deposit is $250 per person. And what that does is that keeps that price locked in. And then you can pay, I think it's about 3 months or 2 months prior to departure, depending on which product you're on. So yeah, no, we can just take that deposit and that will lock it in at that price. There will be no currency fluctuations from there unless you were to add in more of your itinerary and so forth. But our team will talk to you about that, but it's good to lock it in at that rate. Okay, so I've just had a question about reserved seating. Look, absolutely, just when you are making your reservation, please call in to our reservations line and let them know where you'd like your reserved seating. I know for sure that I'm not someone who likes to sit backwards, so we put that request in wherever possible. Now remember, these train lines are all different. They're all differently owned, like by different governments or the high-speed rail. So some of them may have different ways for us to reserve those seats, but just our reservations team will be able to talk you through that. Well, look, thank you very much for everybody who has attended today. It's been a fabulous turnout, and I just want you all to stay safe, keep dreaming about your next destination. And I look forward to helping you put together some rail journeys, and I'll join anyone on that Alaska one who wants to go. Thank you so much for joining me, and have a good day. Take care. Bye.